champion Xavier.
What's up, guys?
In the house, guys. So we're actually gonna go live at 3 o'clock for the show. I mean, we're gonna, do the self-defense and MMA's show with Xavier. But we got 10 minutes before we start, so I said, let me put on the live, get some people to come in. I'm working on some pads now. I haven't trained in a month and a half because of my shoulder. So I'm starting light. I'm back. Freaking feels good. I hate the fact that I missed so much. But before we start, guys, make sure to check out Xavier's YouTube channel. Where can they find you, Xavier?
Xavier MMA on YouTube.
Xavier MMA on YouTube as well as on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
If you guys want, I'll put the link in the comment box. As well, guys, Rafael Cota, as well, guys, go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. I have my brand new website, new and exclusive content is up. So go check it out at nickdrossos.com, Nick Drossos Courses. And we got about 10 minutes before we start. So I'm just working a little bit on my striking, kicks, knees. And what I love about Xavier, he's still keeping my style for the street,
Keeping it street, but I mean, the best way to do it, especially with a guy that has experience like Nick, is Nick already knows boxing, he already knows kickboxing, he's already trained martial arts. So he developed his style, So you have to respect the style that he developed. Yeah. And we're mixing up things. And by mixing stuff like that, I use those things in my sparring. And trust me, it works.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's a little bit more unorthodox what we do, but so here, we'll put it back. So I let Xavier lead. You guys could check it out. Just working on a few things.
Yes.
If you have any comments, any questions, leave them in the box. So what are we doing next, Xavier?
Let's go. We're going to follow up. We're going to keep going with those switch with the kicks. All right, so you're righty right now.
Yeah.
We're going to go lefty. All right, yeah, the same way we work, you're going to give me a cross, twist that kick.
So,
Hey, good. Again. Yes.
Step in, huh?
Yes. Nice, very good one. Again. You're going to be smooth that, don't hurt your shoulder, that elbow. Elbow, okay. Good knee, powerful knee. Again. Good. Good, that's not fine knee. Good. Same thing, double jab for knee. Yes, sir. Whoop! Hey! Whoop! Hey! Whoop! Hey! Whoop! Hey! Good. Jab. Jab. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Whoop! Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop! Yes, sir. Take a step and kick after. Yes. Yes, sir.
So step in.
Yes, block. Step in. Hey, beautiful.
So I'm really working on stepping in with that kick because I could go both ways, left or right. I'm really working on.
I showed him. As he throws his cross, he's going to throw his cross. Stay there, open, freeze here. See how his feet are placed? He's going to step through with his back leg. As he steps through with his back leg, bang, it opens him up for a kick. So as he throws his cross, now he's doing it lefty. See, we're doing both sides. He goes, step, bang. Whoop, hey, beautiful. Hey, nice. Flying knee, whoop, hey, good. Scissor action in the air. Notice how he goes, scissor in the air. Again, flying knee. Hey, good. There we go. Whoop. Hey, good. Uppercut here, hook here, whoop. Hey, let's do that. Hey, good. Again. Yes, one more. Let's go. Hey, whoop, whoop. Hey, good. Hands up, hands up. We're 5 seconds up. Hands up. Knee up. Hey, yes. Again, one more. Hey, one more. Last one. Hey, great. Man, Nick's got power. A lot of power in those legs. A lot of power in those knees and elbows as well. Very good.
Really working on those knees. The flying knees, the step knee. So, if you guys have any questions, let us know. What time is it?
It's 2:56.
All right, let's get the show on the road, guys. So, one thing that Xavier has is judo.
Yes, sir.
Solid judo base. Even when you were fighting, they were talking about it. So, how can you use how can you use your MMA in the street? Like we talked about punches.
Yeah.
So you block. Let's say in the street you would block.
Yes. In the street, you can parry, but ideally, especially if you're fighting with no gloves, right? Because in the street, this is why you see often, we have Nick who goes open palm. Why? Because you protect your hand, and you also, if you know how to use open palm, you can create a lot of damage, right? But for MMA, my way to block, I would really cover up my ear, right? So guys, it's you answer the phone and you cover up here. In boxing, the guys that keep their gloves here, why? Because they're big gloves.
Yeah, you're right.
But now it's small hands, so I block here,
boom,
bang, bang, ideally, right? Always.
So just keeping it.
Yes, and of course, the best defense is to be out, right? The best defense is just to be out of reach. When you punch it, I'm out of reach. That's the best defense. But if I'm forced to exchange and I know that he's gonna land something, then I raise my hands up.
Do you ever go in some systems teach like, coming in with the elbows?
Yes, of course. But this is for advanced, much more advanced strikers.
Why is it advanced? Show me. How would you?
So the same way you did it. Basically, how I would do it
From
is
here, boom, step
come
in.
Yes, you keep your hand up and you step with the elbow. Always a stepping with the front leg. Here, I want to step in and elbow. I want to step in to cut the distance, right?
Yeah.
This is for experience, a little more experience because you get to read the body language of your partner. You understand?
So you have to really step in and then...
Yes, especially the front one, right? If I'm about to throw
Yeah.
bang, yes. Bang, yes. And in terms of blocking the arms like you're doing, on a nice one I like to do, let's say you want to throw a right hand. Yes, in the bicep. Hand on the bicep. Pow, always. Pow. I want to throw my punch at Nick. And let's say I throw it at you. Bang, yes. Boom. Cut me short. Exactly. So always and other arm up here. Of course, there's a risk to get hit by an uppercut. But there's always a risk in any maneuver you're gonna.
I think it's important I say this to people. It's impossible for you to throw something without creating an opening, right? So people tell me, you're open in the body. Every time you throw something, you're gonna be open somewhere in some way where you're less vulnerable. It's impossible to attack and not leave yourself completely open at some point.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions, leave them in the super chat, guys. Leave them in the super. Once you said judo is the best grappling art for self-defense, I would say Osoto Gari or shoulder roll is the best depending on what position and rolls without giving up.
So I love Osoto Gari, all right? It's a very, very, very nice move, very technical. The only problem with Osoto Gari.
What's Osoto Gari?
Okay, Osoto Gari, here, I'll show it for people to see it. It's probably one of the most powerful projection in judo. So it's you going backwards, right? In judo, you have angles. Either I'm gonna make him fall here, I'm gonna make him fall here, I'm gonna make him fall there, or in the back there. Osoto Gari is in the back. So I step next to his foot, he has to be balanced back, right? As if like, he's balanced a bit back, and then I go right behind here.
It's like a classic.
Yeah, exactly. But there was a legend in judo. I think it's Miyamoto Musashi. I'm not sure exactly. No, that's a samurai. There's I forgot the guy's name, but apparently he would practice his Osoto Gari on trees, and he could kill people with the Osoto.
Yeah,
the way he would slam people's head.
So come a little bit closer.
Yes.
So basically, let's say I'm here. You threw a punch or whatever.
Yes.
Would it be able to like
clinch up? Yes.
And just
there we go.
That's
yes.
It. Okay, that could be used in the street.
It could be used on the street.
Yeah.
But exactly. It's a little harder to do because you have to push your partner back. And it's rare that somebody in a street fight is going to go backwards. Usually people are going to push onto you. What I like to use in judo, for my friend there that knows his judo techniques, is araigoshi. All right, araigoshi, what is it? It's hip toss, including a sweep in the legs. So as I'm here, we're fighting, whenever Nick pushed towards me, it's all about turning my hips, facing the same way as him, whoop, and you sweep the leg and throw him over. So as he comes in, you turn and you sweep.
So just go slowly, right here,
Yes, here.
right here.
Let's have pushing you push back, push,
Whoa, down.
and
Do you flip the person?
I flip the person.
So the idea is that he goes all the way up, all the way
I've
down.
got fights. I've pulled that move just in my last fight I did, and there was a judo guy, but we ended up rolling and both getting back up.
Who? The last
Yeah,
fight? Was
the
it
guy,
judo guy?
Yeah, he was a judo guy and Muay Thai guy.
Yeah, I
that's
see the
why.
Muay Thai, the judo. I wasn't
That's
too
why
sure.
it's really hard to move, you know. And so I like more in terms of judo using the projections that go behind me. So which means all the part like the one I just showed, right?
Boom,
The
yeah.
one going my way because the opponent is often pushing against you. But Osotogari is definitely a good one if you know how
So
to use it.
if I'm here
Yes.
and you throw a punch and I'm here, boom, and I strike,
Yes,
boom,
and then I
boom.
go, and then I'm pushing.
Like, no, I just.
That's some wrestling, but it's not bad.
Yeah, but I mean from there I could also like just, if I
Yeah, for
wanted
sure.
to,
From
right?
there, yes.
But if I did this, then if I trap the
Yes, and
arm,
I'm coming towards you.
Then-
You turn away and face this way. You do that.
face that way,
That
so
way.
it'd be like.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
It's a surprise move.
Does it take a lot of? It takes time, you know.
It takes timing and it takes practice for sure.
Remember Osotogari? Yeah, I don't have. I guess it's something that depends on type of headlock, schoolyard bully headlock. Headlock, is it? Hey Nick, would you recommend headlocks as it common used in MMA? I don't know. Nobody really headlocks. I'm not crazy about headlocks,
Yes.
and I have a guy that I was teaching years ago, and I always told him don't never put somebody in a headlock. And he got into a fight, and he goes, I panicked, and when he came in, I struck him, and he fell, and I put him in a headlock.
Yeah.
And as I had him in a headlock, I didn't know where to go from there, and somebody else just came and hit me in the face. So
Yeah.
a headlock is not, there's no point. I don't know. I don't think it's an.
Okay, a headlock is not recommended. Neither in MMA or I wouldn't recommend it in the street. It's not a bad move, but there's variances to headlocks.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
there's different headlocks. So
Yeah,
for
it's true.
example, over here, I wouldn't recommend this one.
This one's.
But I can recommend
This,
this,
yeah,
like that.
I agree.
This way I can pull him forward and move to his back. Or this way I can pull him down on his knees on the floor.
yeah.
And once his knees are on the floor, you're over your partner holding the head, and from there you can swing, you can hit, right? You can move to the back.
How would you escape? Let's look at guys. You have any questions for escapes? I tackled the middle school like a boss.
Yeah, you can get
suplex.
suplex.
Yeah, it's true, huh? If the person pushes you back. What about on the ground? Let's do some ground stuff. Like how would you escape if you're on the ground, I'm on top of you.
Yes. All right.
Like
so,
if I'm here and I'm trying to punch you.
so if Nick is here, he's trying to punch you. Number one thing, guys, always you're protecting yourself. All right. You have your hands to protect yourself. There's a second detail. There's something in between me and Nick, and it's my legs. So if my legs are like this, Nick's gonna be able to punch me.
Yeah.
But if my legs are straight up and on his hips, and I'm not letting him pass, or even here on his knee.
Yeah.
All right, that's one that you like.
Yeah.
You can kick out the knee. Always keep pillars in between you and your
I'm
your
doing
opponent.
this, you're like,
If he does this, then look, guys, you turn off to your side, you put your legs. All right, if he wants to go the other way, same thing. I go off to my side, and once I'm off to my side, it's much easier for me. Always keep that pillar, right? That now my arm becomes the pillar as I do a technical get up. Technical get up.
This is very important, guys. A technical get up is very important. Is the way you're going to get up. You want to show it a little bit? Come a
Yes.
little bit closer.
Come a bit closer.
Yeah, right there,
All
so
right.
people could
So
see.
very important. If you want to get up properly, guys, it's called a beach pose, right? You're at the beach. Look, I'm at the beach. I'm on the sand. There's water.
I wish we were on the beach.
Yeah, I wish.
You were in Dubai. You're on the beach.
So, as if you're sitting on the beach, you protect yourself. And look, I kick this leg. I thread this leg back. So I'm here. Boom. So if I fall, boom, you get hit. You fall. Wow, super important. Everybody should know this. Both sides. Here, wow. This is probably one of the first get-ups I would teach anybody in fighting. Always.
I saw a crazy fight on Instagram, and there are two guys. They're going one on one like this, and the guy throws a push kick.
Yeah.
And so let's even do a kick. He throws a kick. He's like boom, he blocks it, he throws a push kick, the guy falls, as he falls, he gets like a little bit lost, bam, soccer kick right to the head, man.
Oh my
You
God.
see the guy do this, like,
Oh yeah, stiff and everything. Soccer kicks to the head are the worst. This is why you always want to keep pillars. You want to keep a distance in between your attacker if you're on the bottom. And honestly, guys, you got to try to stand up. You know, don't try to kick his knees.
Yeah,
Don't try to
yeah,
block the shit. It works once you kick the knees, cool, just to get him away.
Yeah.
But then you got to stand up.
Yeah, it doesn't, even when I've done it with, like, when I pressure tested it with bigger attackers in training, like, it keeps them back, but it doesn't finish the fight. It's like, I'm a jiu-jitsu practitioner and tend to believe all takedowns in self-defense should be done after a hit. What do you think?
Well, I mean, ideally,
Yeah, that's
right?
for
I
sure.
mean, if
Yeah,
you
me
want to
too.
go textbook, yeah, I
Like,
suggest
if
that
you're
you punch.
just, yeah, if you're just doing jiu-jitsu, I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm assuming you want to strike the guy before you take him
Yes.
down.
So there's two options. Well, I mean, there's always more than two options. But for takedowns in a fight, so yeah, you're gonna punch. That's what I do. I preach it as well. You know, you gotta punch
Boom.
first. So let's say you got two options: open space and Greco. All right. So open space, that means you want to shoot in his legs. You want to take him down with a perfect momentum. So as I throw my right hand on the leg, I shoot under here and get in a double leg. From the double leg, I try to pick him up and make him fall. Other option, you can punch yourself inside. Like Nick said earlier, you punch yourself inside. And
I'm more comfortable with this. I don't know if there's advantage or disadvantage in that.
for me, it's an advantage because I'm a judo guy. And
Yeah,
I'm comfortable being there.
Me too, I'm comfortable.
And you have
Down
good
there, I'm not
hips.
comfortable down there.
Exactly. So it really depends. If you're better than the person in wrestling and you know that you're better than them in
point.
Greco,
Yeah.
or you're stronger physically, I suggest you do that. But like if the other guy is stronger physically, or you don't have that level of Greco, you gotta set him up with the hand and shoot a double leg. That's what George St. Pierre did to a lot of guys. He would out wrestle wrestlers. How would George out wrestle wrestlers?
It's true. How do you do that?
He struck like our boy said there. He hit.
Bam,
He
bam.
makes them cover up, and once they're covered up, he shoots under and grabs a double leg. He doesn't try to wrestle them body to body.
Yeah.
He goes for both legs and makes them fall right away.
Well, we have a good. You're bantamweight, right?
Yes, bantamweight, exactly.
I'm like, oh, he's talking to Vincent too. Hope to see you in the UFC.
Thank you, man.
155. So what were you fighting at?
I was fighting at 135.
135.
Yes, bantamweight.
And how is it making weight, man?
Oh man, you want to
hard,
know?
huh?
Oh my god, bro, this time.
So hard.
So guys, I haven't made weight in a year and a half because I haven't fought. No, I'm sorry, I made weight actually. I mean, I haven't made 135 in a year and a half because my last fight was a short notice replacement, and I had to make 140, which was easy for me. But this time at 135, man, I did not sleep the night of the weigh-in. I couldn't fall asleep until 3 or 4 a.m. Angry, you know, all I could think about was drinking and food. All right, I woke up. No,
Okay,
we're
sorry,
back.
guys, we're back.
Okay,
Sorry
we're
about
back, guys. Sorry,
Yeah.
we're getting caught. So, not only did I didn't sleep till 3 or 4 a.m., I woke up at 6, and the weigh-in was at 8.
You must have been exhausted.
Oh, I was exhausted, man, and I had 2 hours to kill in the morning, and I realized in the morning I had to cut an extra pound. So,
But what happens if you don't cut that extra pound?
you lose. Well, first off, it was for a belt, so I wouldn't be fighting for
So
the title.
so really, that 1 pound is. I guess
Man.
it's so strict, man.
Yeah, man, it is strict, you know. But I mean, I respect it because if they let a guy with a pound and then somebody with 2 pounds and it gets out of
Yeah,
hand,
it's out of hand.
then-
You're right. It's
then
like
there's no more weight classes.
Yeah, there's no weight class. It's like if
Yeah.
it's if that's the weight, that's the weight class.
No, it was super rough, and I made the weight, and I rehydrated well, and no, I felt good at the fight. It was just making weight is probably one of the worst things in fights.
How did you do it to make weight? Like, what did you do?
Okay, so you cut out the carbs.
Yeah.
You cut out the sodium week of the fight. So about 5 days before the weigh-in, 7 to 5 days before the weigh-in, cut out the carbs, cut out the sodium. You're gonna have to water load, which means you're drinking 2 gallons the first day, 1.5 gallons the second, 1 gallon the third, and then like no water on the fourth.
No water.
So your body's gonna get rid of water. You're gonna go to the bathroom, you're gonna sweat, and your body's gonna act like you're full of water and it's gonna get rid of it, although you're not drinking anymore, right? Obviously, you gotta be strict on your diet for at least 3 to 4 weeks before the fight.
Wow.
No, man, it's a lot of management. You manage a lot of things, and then the night before the weigh-in, you do some sauna a bit at night, and you do some sauna.
Do you feel like passing out sometimes? Do you feel like like?
Okay, I don't get that far. I didn't feel like passing out, but I do feel like dry and exhausted. And you feel like you have no energy. You're like this. You're like, oh, you get on the scale, you're happy, and then you drink, and once you start eating,
You're like,
oh, you're in paradise.
Oh
but you
my
gotta
God.
be careful. You can't eat too
Too
quick
much, yeah.
or too much.
Yeah.
You gotta pace
Because your
yourself
system is not.
through the day.
And then you're fighting what the next day, no?
Yeah, you're fighting 36 hours after, so the next day. At
So
night.
what do you eat before you fight? Like, do you eat anything?
So before fighting, people used to say, "Oh, eat pasta, eat heavy." No,
I don't know, man.
You know what I mean? You can eat a lot of carbs the day of the weigh-in
Yeah.
to get your weight back. You can eat heavy if you want the day of the weigh-in to get your weight back. But the day of the fight, you have one big breakfast where you're full, you're good.
Well, eggs, avocado.
Yeah, bro,
fucking-
eggs, avocado, or even toast, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you want a French toast, like
Yeah.
have a French toast, you know. But around 4 p.m., 3 p.m., depending on what time you're fighting at night, your last meal should be fast burning carbs, for example, quinoa,
Yeah.
and some very lean meat, so like chicken breast, for example. Chicken breast and quinoa with some avocado, not too much, just enough, give you the right energy, the right fuel for the fight.
Do you take, like, I don't know, man, I would see myself taking a couple of double espressos before.
Bro.
I don't know, like me, it would be like,
I-
that's my fucking 2 double espressos. I'm
I
like,
have
man.
my cappuccino, man.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I enjoy cappuccino, I drink coffee, I mean...
So before the fight, how much do you eat or how much do you drink? Because you don't, like, I mean, I know I can't, I like to
Not
train on
so
empty
much.
stomach, no.
So basically, that's it. You have your last meal, fast burning carbs with lean meat, at around 3 or 4. So if you're fighting at 10, you're already hungry by then. So that's a very good question, Nick, because it's super important to pack snacks, electrolytes, and water.
Yeah.
So in the locker room, I'm getting ready for the fight, right? I'm number 11 on the card. There's 8 fights left in front of me. Let's say 2 hours. So I'm warming up. I'm just staying hot. Meanwhile, every 10 minutes, 5 minutes, I'll grab a banana. I'll eat
That's
a small piece,
That's the best.
baby piece of banana,
Just to like,
a small sip of Gatorade or
Yeah.
coconut water, and some water. You mix the electrolytes with the water, so
Yeah.
you don't overwhelm your body with electrolytes.
yeah.
And a small piece of banana. Why is that? It's for glucose, for sugar to your brain.
you
Because
need it.
like it or not, fight day, you might say, "Oh, I'm not nervous. I'm used to it."
Which was my next question.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
The body consumes it. Your body,
yeah.
your
Stress,
stress.
yeah, man.
So you have to keep sugar for brain activity.
And like, do you get scared, nervous? What do you do? Like, I've seen Mike Tyson, I've seen fighters, because I'm very interested in
Yeah.
this. What do you feel before the fight?
Not anymore, man. I'm desensitized. Now, when I
Now?
fight,
You're
honestly, it sounds crazy. I just love the hardships. So I'm looking forward towards hardships. So like, before when I was younger and I would fight, I would be nervous. I'd be like, "Man, I can't make a mistake, man. I can't get knocked out. Oh man, I can't do this."
That fucks you up, man. You go in your head, like it's too much.
Yes, I need to win. I need the win bonus. Or if I win this fight, who knows what's next for me?
Yeah.
No, now I
You've
don't
done
even
all
think of that. I think of where I'm at. I'm here. I'm a professional. I have a fight. That's all I gotta do. Get in there and whoop that guy's butt. And honestly, guys,
I think it comes with maturity, no?
it does come with it as well. And I think it comes with security. So at home, if you're good at home and everything
That's
is
so
good in
well
your
said.
life,
That's so
then
well said.
fighting becomes fun. But if you're fighting because you need it, then it's gonna be freaking stressful and it's not gonna be good on you. And it's gonna affect your performance, like you said.
Absolutely.
Because it's in your mind. So instead of, you're gonna be fighting like this, nervous, thinking of, instead of having fun.
Having fun, boom,
and
yeah, you're
playing
right,
and
yeah.
bang, and enjoying yourself,
Good point,
right?
good
So
point.
I used to hate people say, "Oh, have fun." I used to think it'd be like, "What do you mean have fun? I'm fighting." But now I understand it. So when you say, "Am I nervous?" A lot of the worst parts of fighting is waiting.
Yeah.
So when you wait, it's the worst part. And even more when you wait behind the screens before your walkout, right?
Yeah.
Before your walkout, they'll tell you, wait behind the screen. So you're kind of in a back arena, like,
Yeah,
you're in the back room of back shows where all the plugs, all the electricals.
And then do you get ideas in your head?
Well,
That's...
I used to, right?
Yeah.
That's when I used to be like, "Oh man," but now I love it. They put me alone. I've been in my corner the whole night. They put me alone and I tell myself, "That's it, baby. You're alone now."
Xavier, what was your most difficult fight?
My most difficult fight was against Shamil in Chechnya. So I fought this Chechen in Chechnya in front of their president. And
Holy shit! Like imagine the pressure there. I will break you.
and it was honestly it was a very hard fight because they flew me in on Thursday. I was fighting on Saturday, so they flew me in. I weigh in the next day. It was very hard. I was off. I was jet lagged.
What was the fight itself hard? The opponent?
Yeah, the opponent was super good, super hard. Listen, I'm not making excuses. It was a majority decision, which means that it could have went either way. It wasn't a unanimous because they used 5 judges. So out of the 5 judges, 2 gave it a draw, 2 gave it to him, and 1 gave it to me. So it tilted on his side.
Yeah.
Since he had 2 for him, 1 for me, and 2 draws,
Yeah,
it went on his side. And I'm fighting in his hometown. On this
Yeah,
turf,
you're like-
from the president. It was a little harsh on me. It was hard. I felt shitty after this fight,
But that must have been, like, I mean, there's a lot of pressure when you show up there
yeah.
and you have to perform. It's like,
I started the fight. I won the first round. I can even say I probably won the second. Nah, I give him the second round, but I won the third round. So I think I won, but whatever. And I broke my jaw in that fight. So it was really in the first round. Yeah, I broke my jaw in the first round.
that shit
Small
kills,
little
man.
pop, but I had my wisdom teeth. Guys, take out your wisdom teeth. If you're gonna fight and you have your wisdom teeth, take them out.
Why? That's because
It's pressure on your jaw. So imagine you have a nail in a piece of wood, you hit the nail and it cracks the wood, right? So make sure you remove your wisdom teeth. I can tell you, I got both of my sides broken, bro. I broke one against heel and I broke the other one against shoulder.
the guy you're fighting now, where can they see the video? Where can they see the video of the last fight?
It's not, that video is only on TV right now.
Okay.
The fight is only on TV, or you can actually go to mmatv.co.uk, but you have to pay a fee to watch it.
Okay.
The guy that I fought, what were you gonna ask?
Like it was a good fight. That was a good fight. I really enjoyed watching it, and I think you were so composed. I was watching you, and you were so calm. I was getting nervous for you. I was like, and the guy was putting pressure.
Yes.
At the end, but then I saw again you pushed back, and then it shifted again.
Yes.
How did you feel with that?
Man, honestly, I felt really good because I was thinking I was gonna finish him, So I was convinced I was gonna finish that guy.
What about Kinshi Wasa?
Been in moves of judo like Nick Crack. Do you train them for MMA and self-defense? Okay, yes.
What's Kinshi Wasa?
He means like all the moves that you're not supposed to do. For example, like a sweeping. So if I'm doing a throw on you, it's hard to explain. There's some sweeps you cannot do. Like I wouldn't be allowed to kind of make you fall on your face.
Okay.
Yes, man, because I'm not looking for the ippon. All right, the problem with judo is in MMA is that when you go for the ippon, you give your back sometimes. You'll throw the guy, you expose your back. Sometimes it's good just to make the guy fall on his knees.
Yeah.
He falls on his knees and
Create
you
an
grab the
opening,
waist
boom.
and you can punch from there.
That's true.
Yes, you train them. Neck cranks, man, why not, bro? If you're able to
Fuck,
tap the
yeah.
guy with a neck crank, do
Yeah.
it. It's fighting. It doesn't have to be clean. It doesn't have to be a mataleo. It doesn't have to be a perfect.
And you see it sometimes in UFC. More and more sometimes I'm seeing throwing punch just like, it looks like it's not as technical sometimes. You look at the guys, and I was watching a fight, I can't remember what it was recently, and he kind of just stepped back and he almost hit him
with this.
like he just bam, and he knocked him out because I guess
Yeah.
the guy wasn't expecting it, and he was hit him as he's moving back and he's moving in. And it was like the most weirdest punch. It was just like a swing, and he knocked him out. So.
Yeah, no, definitely. And so to go back, what were we saying? We were talking about the fight, right? With Dea. So what happened is that walking in there, I thought I was gonna finish him in the first round. I was like, I'll finish this dude in the first round. When I felt him, how strong he was physically, it was much harder than that to finish him in the first. And I dropped him, I kicked him in the face, the guy would stay up. So first round, second round, third round, I'm putting the pace on him, I'm beating him. Fourth round, he comes back with a vengeance, like Nick was saying.
Yeah.
And so at that point, I felt the momentum shift.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I lost what I had. I just felt the small momentum going on his hand. Like it or not, it's a fight. It goes like that. It cannot always go up for you. So as my momentum was going down, his went up. And then I knew that I had to pressure him again, so I went to dig deep inside. And in the 5th round, I came out.
I saw that the 5th round, you're like, boom, like it was. I guess when the person gases out, that's pretty much it, right?
Yes,
gassing out, you gotta pace yourself. It's interesting what you said. It's this, right?
Yes.
And you gotta learn how to do that. In the street, you gotta go boom, one shot.
On the street, it's 40 seconds, 20 seconds,
I mean,
1 minute.
you want to be here and finish it from a passive position or go preemptive, and don't give them. You don't want to turn it into a fighting match or sparring match. So Guys, we're done. Guys, make sure to check out Xavier MMA on his YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. He's got videos up there. As well as go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. And next week, we will have, well, we're not sure which guest we're going to have. We're going to keep it kind of a surprise. I'll let you guys know because I'm working on it. And as well as, we're going to do a giveaway for today. But I'm actually going to leave it in the comment box. I'm going to write a question in the comment box, and the person who finds it will contact me or Vincent, and we'll give you guys a 3-month free membership to my website. Shout out to Vincent. Guys, make sure to check out Vincent MMA as well. And guys, check out Xavier. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.
Guys, make sure you get the hero program from Nick. That hero program is no joke. It's for real.